Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the captain.
At Andertons.co.uk he sails and steers the ship true all day long.
You said .co.uk. Did you mean that?
I didn't.
Andertons.co.uk.
But if you think about it, it's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. So, a couple of new little pedals here. This should be a relatively quick demo, although I always say that and it never is.
Never
is. So, Signal Chanel is this rather wonderful looking Les Paul that isn't really a Les Paul. This spectacular JCM 800 guitar amplifier with reverb courtesy of the Boss RV5, which I found a dynamic mode on and really like, dynamic reverb. But that's not what the video is about. Oh no, sorry, overdrive courtesy of an OD1X, like a this. But that is not what the video is all about. So we've got one new pedal and one not new pedal, but we've not featured before, so why not? This one in the middle, that looks, I think, like it's about to turn into or Optimus Prime, I was going to say. Yeah. Any minute now, a couple of arms are going to come out the side of it, and he's going, and Megan Fox is going to run
I will connect your tone.
Like in Hut. So this is a wah-wah, in a new wah-wah from Boss, very much following on from this idea that we all love the wah-wah, but we've all got pedal boards now, and oldie-woldy wah-wahs tend to not fit very well on pedal boards.
Plus this looks like if you bolted 50 of them together and wore it, you'd be bulletproof.
You would be bulletproof.
Yeah.
And the clever thing as well, and I think this is clever in the engineerings, if you felt you were going to be shot at, but the person you really wanted to be shot at was standing sort of somewhere over there. You can angle the trajectory of the ricochet. So almost in real time as well. So especially if someone's come at you with like an automatic gun, it's go, you could literally just go, and then you'd see the bullets spraying across until eventually it hit the person that you wanted to hit.
Or of course you could just turn.
Or of course you could plug your guitar into it and use it as a wah-wah pedal.
What will they think of next?
What will they think of next? So yes, as it looks, it's made of metal, it's unbelievably sturdy, and it's completely analog, so It's not Boss trying to do like clever digital wiring or anything like that.
No, this is a metal wah pedal from Boss.
It is, with two modes, a vintage and a rich mode. Vintage is designed to emulate the old sort of crybaby vibe, and rich is designed to sort of add a little bit more bass
expensive.
end in. Yes,
okay.
It's just, it just costs you twice as much, makes you feel superior. But no, it's got a rich mode that adds the bass in. So we'll fiddle around with that. The looper, we're here just again because I'm into my loopers at the moment, and the Boss one is a little different to the Ditto looper, which is very popular. It's a stereo pedal. It is visually a bit more obvious about how, the whereabouts within the sort of the cycle of the loop you are. Has some quite cool undo features. Very affordable, cool looking. So let's just crack on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was the wah wah in what's called its vintage mode. So it's very much like a, you know, Crybaby kind of vibe.
Thank you, Lee, for being my feet.
Can you see? Let's have a little look here. Can we even see on
High in the
you,
sky,
you can
see
just about see on that
everything's
camera,
high.
but if I angle the pedal up like this, you'll see what they've done quite cleverly here is you've got a visual indicator, a red LED, actually on both sides of the pedal.
Ooh.
So whether you kind of, you know, whether you're right-footed wah or left-footed wah, you can see either side of the pedal whether your wah wah's turned on or not, which I don't believe you can do on you know, some wah wahs don't even have an indicator at all, do
You
they?
just gotta guess.
So the other mode...
You know when your tone is sucked out that the
Well, you
wah's
do
on.
know that, yeah. So the other mode is what's called rich mode, and it's a really like fiddly switch to get to. So I guess on the plus side, you're not going to knock this whilst you're sort
Well,
of
you
playing.
wouldn't also switch it mid wah.
No, that's what I mean. So let's just we could start that loop again, or do you just want to play without?
Let me just play without just for a
Okay.
little bit. Ain't
So
nobody got time for that.
So this should be more bassy even when it's all the way on, if you like. I'll switch back
That
to
sounds
vintage. Try it again.
reminiscent of a wah. I prefer the bassy one.
Do you? I
Yeah,
prefer the
man.
vintage one.
Nah.
That's a reassuringly stiff kind of on and off action. You really wouldn't do that by accident, that's for sure. I think I pulled
That's
a
the
muscle.
first time I've ever heard you say reassuringly stiff.
Ooh. Right, let me do a
Do it,
riff.
Lee.
I'll show you how the looper does its thing because it's a little different to the ditto. So Rob, if you could be my able-bodied,
Sorry, Lee, I'm too busy smelling this guitar.
if you could be my able-bodied loop man.
Okay.
So the first time, in fact. Hang on, I've got to just right. It's a little bit like the ditto. No, you need to be the loop man, not the wah man.
I just wondered, how do you know if it's on?
Because the red light comes on,
Oh,
really
yeah.
obviously. So you're too weak. Come on. You're too weak. That's it, now it's on. Anyway, little porn interlude there of wah porn, or porn wah, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, turn this, it's so blooming, you have to sit on it virtually, you don't need to sort of turn it off.
I got it, bro.
Oh, well done.
What it is cardiac arrest, kind of. You could imagine it breaking someone's rib.
Breathe!
Don't die!
So, we press it once, it starts looping.
Yep.
Now,
Press it again, it stops looping.
oh no,
Ah.
see, if you press it again on the ditto looper,
Yeah.
you're instantly into the mode where it's not recording what you're playing and you're just playing over it. On this, the first press goes into overdub mode.
Right.
So you then continue to, it plays the original loop but then carries
Huh.
on recording. So, and you have to press it twice to get it into...
So you go one to start it, and then da-da.
Well, it doesn't have to be
And
that
is it the
quite as
second
quick
of
as
the
that.
two that is the end, or the first
It's
of
the
the
first
two?
one that's the end, but it's the second one that tells it to stop recording. I tell
Right,
you what,
okay,
we'll
okay.
build
I
up
got it.
But we'll build up a loop that puts
One,
two.
two.
Don't turn it off. Just hit it. Let me overdub the recording thing on it. So
Okay.
if that makes sense.
So I just got to smack it twice.
No, you smack it once.
Smack it once to start.
Smack it,
Ready?
and then once.
You give
yeah.
me a countdown. I'll smack it once for you.
Okay, let's do 2, 3, 4. Comment in the section below whether I made that clear enough for Roland.
See,
Oh, come on.
I thought you meant once and then twice to end it.
This is why I said we should leave these on the floor. Right, so what I want you to do is just press it once.
I'm ready.
At the end of the
I'm ready
of the
for
thing.
you.
Okay, cool.
Ready?
Right, ready. Go on.
I'm going to fist this.
2, 3, 4. So
That's great. I really like how it illuminates to show you how it's counting down.
And that's the bit that the sort of the ditto doesn't do.
No.
Now, what is also quite nice on this as well, if I can remember how to do it, if I start that again, that loop, because I made it up of 2 loops. You know, the first one was the sort of, you know,
yeah.
and then the second one, that kind of thing.
It made me want to buy a holiday.
I can undo the second loop if I didn't like what I'd done. So if I start it again. If I want to, of course, I could then put that second overdub back in again if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of the loop thing.
And this is just the level of the loop.
Yeah, it's a stereo in and out, which is kind of unusual. And if the whole kind of double tapping to stop freaks you out a bit, and I would get that's why. And that's why on the bigger loop pedals, you've got 2 pedals, and then you kind of remove the need to sort of double tap to stop. This does actually have a separate input, so if you just buy the little Boss FS sort of unlatching pedal to sit next to it for like another 30 quid or something, you can make this, if you like, a 2 pedal.
It's just that if you want to be accurate, I wanted to know which of the double was the end. Is it the first one of the double or the second one of the double?
It
must be the first one.
It is the first, otherwise you'd never be able to. The second one just kind of tells you what mode should you be in. Are you going to carry on playing, or are you going to just overdub mode?
Okay.
So
that sounds nice.
It's kind of cool, isn't it? I mean, I think I certainly like the form factor of it, because there's that sort of. There's definitely, I understand why people are moving away from the really big footprint wahs, because they do overhang sort of a standard floorboard. And then, of course, you've got the unbelievably popular Dunlop Mini Wah, which I know you love and loads of people love. But if there is a criticism of that, it almost feels sort of abnormally small, you know.
Well, I have 2 criticisms and then 2 really good things about it.
Yeah.
For a balanced review. So I'll give you criticism, good thing, criticism, good thing.
Good.
So criticism.
Do it.
Criticism 1. It's really hard to turn on and off with your hands.
Yes. Is that a criticism?
No. Good thing. It sounds incredible in the first position.
Yeah.
Criticism 2. I think the sweep is quite shallow.
Yeah, I think it's a narrow sweep. Yeah.
It could do with being a wider sweep.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit shallow. Yeah. But then, good thing 2. In the second position, it sounds great as well.
Yeah, no.
So it sounds great in both positions.
I think that's my only. The fact that it's really hard to turn on and off is a plus point.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
I'm kidding about that. It's hard with your hands.
I think on the old-fashioned wah-wahs, particularly as the rubber sort of feet that go in this bit here, as they kind of get old and compressed as you keep doing it, you almost just end up turning the wah-wah on and off with every sweep.
No, that was a joke. So my only criticism is I think the sweep is a bit shallow, but I will say it sounds stellar.
I'm just going to go back to vintage mode, which I liked the most.
I like the other mode.
Yeah, but it's my shop, so I'm doing it. Hang on. That's easier. I want to just confirm. I'll speak without a plectrum in my mouth. I want to kind of just confirm with no noise in the background just what the sweep is. Crikey.
No, I think the sweep is all there. It's just that it's contained within a smaller sweep area. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's all there.
It's all there. It just travels a shorter distance.
Yeah, there's less physical distance for you to do it. So
yeah, that's very true. Do you know what? I can physically feel that a crybaby wah-wah would actually kind of step back about.
It would be about a half an inch more.
Yeah, about a centimetre. I was literally going to say about a centimetre, so which is about half an inch. So,
yeah.
But tonally, I think it sounds kind of. Take your face off.
Yeah, that's really sharp. That's why I like the thick one. I think it sounds monster, and I think that's very, very cool with the visual indication of where you are.
Yeah, there's not much to dislike about loopers. If you don't have a looper,
go and get one.
Yeah.
What's the length?
12 minutes. 12 minutes. And 12 minutes in stereo as well. So whether it goes to 24 in mono, I'm not sure if it's still 12 minutes. But yeah. So I'm not entirely sure. Because you can't store the loops as such in here, there's just one loop.
Well, it's more of a live tool than a.
So a 12-minute loop, you'd have to do that to a metronome, wouldn't you, or to a click of some sort? Because I challenge anybody to be playing at the same tempo after 12 minutes as they were at the beginning.
Well, I wouldn't challenge someone like John McLaughlin or.
You reckon he could do it? Do you?
Yeah, Zappa could have done it.
John, if you're watching. Frank, I know you probably aren't watching unless it's from beyond.
He's always watching.
Do it. Tell me, can you count to 12 minutes and still be nailed on? But there you go. So I guess I tell you where you could use this, I suppose, and I bet you this is probably where it's for different applications. Is if you were trying to do some using it in like a DJ kind of vibe where you're using the stereo input for like a drum machine or something but yeah, for guitar, for me it's all about literally just like the 20-second turnaround kind of stuff play, and then you're just going to noodle over the top.
It's a jam tool. Can I ask a question? How much is this retail for?
I don't know actually.
Oh.
So 75 if you like the looper. Some of these prices will go up and down, over the year. So check the Andertons website. I'll put a link in the description below. And at the moment, 99 for the wah, which makes both of these very competitive. Very much this is head to head with the TC Ditto. Do you know what? I like everything about this pedal visually, and then I can't decide because I've used the Ditto so much that I keep forgetting to press this twice to go into sort of playing as opposed to overdrive. I kind of wonder if I'd never had the Ditto, if I'd only had that, whether it would just be second.
Well, you know what? That'll never break.
It'll never break.
Ever break.
And the wah is.
I think it sounds great.
Yeah, it's definitely it's
an indestructible version.
If it was money no object, my favourite wah at the moment is still that exotic XW1 because it's just kind of but this is like less than half the price of that, so I'm kind of it's very, very cool. It's very cool.
At the end of the day, it's up to you guys.
It's up to you.
Please tell us in the comment section what you feel and think.
You. And I'm sorry that this was it felt like a slightly cobbled together video, but that's because we were supposed to be doing something else, and at the last minute that something else wasn't available, and it was just quick, run into the store, grab two things that we've never videoed before, and let's do those.
But that's a good idea, and it's a cool thing, and sometimes it's important to do that.
It is.
I've definitely been Rob Chapman.
And I've been the captain.
Have
a plectrum in the eye.
Wow.